So the reason that it's so important that we're here and throughout the towns in the southwest today is particularly because in Paris they're unable to have their protests anymore, and you all know why that is. And in fact, on Friday, climate activists were preemptively arrested in Paris to prevent them doing anything. On the same day, David Cameron was in Paris at a summit, and he said that the challenge and struggle of our generation was the struggle against jihadi violence. And that tells you everything you need to know about what the real struggle of our generation is. The real struggle of our generation in Britain today is to make sure that the people in power understand we need climate change action, we want it, and we are not happy until we get it. We have to make that clear. Because the big irony is that the reason that the people in the Middle East are being subjected and have been for decades, and in fact 50 to 100 years, to endless oppression, division, exploitation and violence, the reason for that and the reason we have these problems today is precisely the addiction of our society to getting oil out of that region. That's the reason. And we all know that we could do something about that. The people, unfortunately, the government don't understand it. They say, you know, the rules of caring for the environment have to be balanced against the needs of the economy and the market. They don't understand. We can change the rules by which we run the economy, but we cannot change the rules of physics. It is time for us to start running our economy in a way that cares for our people and cares for future generations. We have to do that now. What the government are proposing is that they understand climate change. In 10 years' time, we're going to change from coal emissions to gas emissions. And in 10 years' time, if we're lucky, very lucky, we may have a new nuclear power station at Hinkley Point. We can't wait 10 years. And in fact, we can't wait until the next general election. We really can't. The scientists are clear. We're all clear. We should be rolling out renewables across the southwest now, creating those jobs, empowering our communities. There is a way out of this situation. But what they're doing is cutting the jobs in renewables, cutting the grants for insulation to eliminate fuel poverty, actually holding back renewables in the name of nuclear and gas. They're trying to pretend they're doing something when they're not, and they're not because they can't. There's no need to hate them for it. They're just children of a different generation who are totally addicted to the power and wealth that comes with this society. And we have to help them. And the only way we can help them is by realizing that the power which is still missing in this country, which still has to be used, isn't the wind power, the wave power, the sun power that we have. It's our power which now has to be used. Nobody else is going to do it. And it is really serious for us standing here today. It's hard to be here, and thanks for staying. The thing is, if we don't actually make some real effort now and get out of our comfort zone, there will be no comfort zone for future generations. There will be no rainforests. There will be no fish in the sea. That is the reality we face. But we are a brilliant species. And the people who don't have a vested interest in running society the way it's being run can change it. This happened throughout history. We can do it in this country. We really can. But I want to leave you with this thought. We have a special position here in Somerset, which is that if we can actually put the brakes on this stupid Hinkley C project, which isn't going to be completed, which is taking all the money out of renewables, if we can actually take action to stop that, then we have a chance of getting the renewable energy. Because what's holding up the renewable energy now is precisely that this government says we've got nuclear and gas, it's sorted. We have to start planning. Civil disobedience, mass civil disobedience, in order to change the government's course. We're not used to doing it, but we have to start thinking about how we do it. Because we are the generation that has to make the difference. And I think that for us here in Somerset, that means being prepared to think about, and I know you're working people, how you get the time off work to go and take civil action, how we organise mass action together, how we organise to stop Hinkley C, and how we organise to stop fracking in our communities. We have to do it. I really believe that we can do it. You've shown your willingness. We all have by coming here today. Let's give our example to all our brothers and sisters across the world who are marching today and say, we are going to make the government change course. We are going to get action in this generation. Thank you.